What made me break into my best friend's house and call the police? It started with a fire. Brian was staying at a friend's place the night it happened. An electrical fire consumed his home. His parents, his little sister. They never made it out. The guilt? It ate him alive. 3 weeks later, I found him at grief counseling, shoulders hunched, eyes hollow. He wandered into the rec room and picked up a controller. Silent Hill 2. As James Sunderland walked through a fog of grief and punishment, Brian whispered, "This game gets it. He understands. He deserves to suffer." From that moment on, Brian wasn't just playing, he was living Silent Hill. I bought him the collector's edition for Christmas. He played for hours, sometimes days. It was the only thing that helped him sleep. Even his counselor said, "At least it's not drugs." He threw himself into service. Installed smoke detectors. Volunteered at burn units. Held fire safety workshops at elementary schools. People called him a hero. But I saw the way he muttered, "Punishment brings redemption. Pain purifies." The morning it started, the town was blanketed in thick fog. Brian called it a message. He saw patterns in rust, warnings in sirens, sins in smoke. He began asking volunteers to confess their sins during community work. People got uncomfortable. He pushed harder. When the fire chief banned him from scenes, Brian said he was part of the order, hiding the truth. He mapped our town, marked buildings with corruption levels, stockpiled gas masks, left Bible verses, mixed with Silent Hill quotes on people's doors. When I confronted him, he looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You've never lost anyone. That's why you can't see what's coming." I called his therapist. She hadn't seen him in weeks. I tried to plan an intervention, but Brian disappeared. So, I broke into his house. In his garage, I found notebooks, every person in town labeled as innocent or condemned. Photos, maps, drawings of monsters. I went to the police. They said, "Weird writing isn't a crime." Then, one night, he called me. "It's here," he whispered. "The fog world is here. I have to save the pure ones." I called 911. They were already swamped. When I arrived, red and blue lights pulsed through the fog like a nightmare disco. People were in robes and pajamas, some crying, some frozen in shock. A mother grabbed me screaming, "He took my baby." Brian had broken into 3 homes between 2 and 3 a.m. 5 kids. Ages 4 to 9. He told them, "Your parents are lost to the fog. Only I can protect your souls." In his basement, officers found numbers written on the children's foreheads, security ratings, crayon monster drawings, proof they could see what he saw: one child's arms slashed from broken glass as she tried to escape, her blood on the basement walls. When they broke down the door, Brian attacked with a baseball bat, yelling, "You're letting them in. Can't you see their drawings?" He bit an officer's hand, shrieked about corruption in the blood. And then, he saw me. His eyes locked on mine through the foggy window, and he screamed. "She came to me in the fog. My sister. She told me who to save. These 5, they have her soul." Later, the youngest child said he called her by his sister's name. He stroked her hair. "Promised, this time, I won't let the fire take you."